Here's a little puppy dog. Kenaina Hada. When the Baal Shem Tov was a little boy and his father was on the deathbed, his father said to him, Al Tira, don't be afraid. He said, don't. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good.
Beautiful. So, that was the story. The myth was that his father said to him, don't be afraid of anyone or anything. And we took the story to mean that he would go into the forest and he would, talking about the forest, this place is great, this house is designed like a whole garden. And he would meditate in the nature, meditate on God. The fuck is going on? My hat fell off. And he wasn't afraid because of, his father told him, don't be afraid, only of God. So he didn't, nature includes, by the way, trees, fuzzy animals, the weather, cold, right? They say Rav Nachman of Breslov, I think, got tuberculosis because of maybe going out in the cold or the snow, or maybe he wasn't eating, he wasn't chewing his food, and you're supposed to chew your food. That's a law of nature. So what was his father telling him? That when a tree falls down or an animal is designed to tear you open, like a tiger, should you not be afraid? Because the tree and the tiger both don't have the Bechira Chavshis. Those are cause and effect, as we understand it. Science is a story of cause and effect, not a story of boy meets girl. It's not a story of revelation, a beautiful story of the Bible. Science is cause and effect. You stand next to a tiger, it's designed to tear you apart. You pray and meditate next to a goat and a sheep, you're going to have a more smoother time. So what was the Baal Shem Tov's father telling him? Don't be afraid of maybe a Hitler or a Nazi or something like that, or Stalin or some police coming to take you to jail. Of course you should be afraid. A tree falling on you, of course you should be afraid, unless you're so theologically in tune that you believe that it's Hashgacha Pratis, that the tree is falling on you and you don't want to move because you don't want to violate the Hashgacha Pratis. But here's the key point. Baal Shem Tov's father was telling him, don't be afraid of the stuff you create in your own head. The real dangers, the natural dangers, according to halacha, you have to be careful, you have to avoid danger. Rav Nachman of Breslov said, go into the forest and do not be afraid, because there were lots of dangerous things. And there were, Breslov boys that would go and meditate. His boy do seclusion alone in the forest, dafke. You couldn't do it in the shul, even though according to Chabad you're supposed to do it inside shul, inside the city, inside the regular daily habits. Go in and do. And Rav Nachman said, don't worry, don't be afraid. Which is he's taking the responsibility, and I wonder how he can do that. But okay, so. We took apart that old myth that we had about being afraid of what. And we know that it's not about the animals, because that's nature. It's not about a tree falling on you, which is the same, very similar, closely related nature phenomenon. A tree in the forest falling on your head, or an animal about to tear you apart. Shmuel Munkis had a guest at his house that many people believe that this guy was directly linked to the God of the Jews. A Talmud Chacham, whatever it was, a Magid, a preacher, a man of God, a holy man. Shmuel Munkis was not afraid, not because the guy had a knife. No, Shmuel Munkis had the fucking knife. Shmuel Munkis woke the guy up in the middle of the night and scared the shit out of the guy, even though many people were afraid of this guy, because it was a psychological fear in the mind. It wasn't a real fear. Shmuel Munkis knew the guy is a load of shit, because Shmuel Munkis was an intellectual. He could see past these mystical bullshit. So if Shmuel Munkis was alive today, and someone came to town and said, everybody, everything comes from Hashem, but wait in line outside my address and I'll give you $1 and a bracha, what would Shmuel Munkis do? Shmuel Munkis would see right through it. We don't have Shmuel Munkises today. So that's why we have a load of problems and a load of fear, but this is not real fear. This is not real nature. It's self-imposed. It's fake. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing's going to happen. I'll finish off with okay, I'll tell you a story next time. No, you know what? We'll tell the story this time. What is it? 5 minutes is too much.